As a producer who doesn't sing, I'm always working with vocalists. They come in, lay their vocals down, they sound amazing, job done, right? And then a few hours or days later, boom, perfect harmony idea hits me. And of course, I text the singer, hey, would you like to come back to the studio and record a new harmony? But they're busy, they're booked up, they've got lives. So the track, it just sits there on my hard drive, collecting dust. Another one in the unfinished track graveyard. Sound familiar? That's where Audimee comes in. You simply upload a vocal and you can choose the harmony, you can choose a different singer, you can stack them up and make it sound like a real vocal session. No more asking awkward favors, no more tracking, it just gets it done. You can even create your own custom model by blending some of the modeled singers together. For those of you that don't know Audimee, it's a browser-based app that lets you turn any vocals into pro-sounding vocals with the power of AI. You can convert vocals from female to male to horrible sounding vocals to pro vocals, but there's two specific features I would like to go over today, which is harmonies, mixed voices. So in this video, I'm going to show you how it all exactly works, what it sounds like, and I even show you a couple of tricks to get even more out of it. But the real question here is it actually worth the money? Let's find out. Just a quick note, this video has been sponsored by Audimee, but they've had no control over the content and I can say whatever I like. So this would just be my opinion and honest review. Anyway, let's get to it. So here we are on the main website. We just want to go to convert. Now, one thing to say is it is super easy to use. You just go here, click the file you would like to upload. I'm going to go lead vocal, go upload. That's it. Then it will ask you to choose the key. So you will need to know the key. So I'm going to go C minor. That's the key of our song. Then you have the option to choose a preset. So if I click here, so these are pre-made harmony stacks with chosen intervals and a blend of different voices. So I'm going to go female hyper stack. Okay, so let's hear the vocal on its own before.
No matter what you say,
let's bring in the harmonies.
It won't take me away. You know that you got me. You know that you got me.
Wow, really cool. Okay, so now let's try building our own preset. So how you add in a singer is you simply press add a track and it populates it with a singer, which you can click here and you can change the singer by clicking there. We can also go in and change the harmony. So I'm going to put this one up a third. Now I can go in here, this editor here, and it converts the audio into essentially MIDI. And I can go in and I can drag certain notes up and down and tune them, adjust the pitch, vibrato, drift, get it even more realistic. So you have a lot of control over these vocals. Add another one here. I'm going to add another third. So I'm going to double up some thirds. I'm going to add in somebody doing the melody. I'm going to add in fifth below, and I'm going to make this a male voice. Let's try. Yeah, let's go like some rocky sort of male lead vocal. And let's choose this one. And let's see what that sounds like.
No matter what you say, it won't take me away. You know that you got me. You know that you got me.
Sounds so good. Sounds so real. So now we can go convert. And that is going to convert that into a downloadable file. Now it's created a folder for us. Inside we have the unprocessed files. Look at that. They've even named what harmony it is. So thoughtful. And then we have the process ones, which have the panning and time shift. Let's have a look at this mixed voice option, because this is interesting. Because obviously these voices here are presets. You know, if you want a bit of uniqueness in your harmonies, you're not going to find it here. Somebody's probably going to use one of these presets in another one of their songs. So you can go here to mixed voices. And we can go create mixed voice. And you just choose one of the modeled AI'd voices. Say, for example, we're going to choose Josh. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose another blend, say maybe of Mark. Oh, yeah. There we go. Come on, Mark, let's go. I can now decide the percentage of the blend. So if I want less Josh and more Mark, I can do that. So I'm going to go a little bit more Josh. And then I'm going to go create voice. There we go. So it's creating it. Here we go. Let's use this voice. So now I'm going to use the same voice we used for the harmonies here. So let's hear the voice before.
No matter what you say.
Cool. Now let's go down here. I'm going to try the remove reverb and echo as well. Why not? It's converting it up here. Great. Let's have a listen.
No matter what you say.
Wow, we've got our own unique vocal there. Now this is where we can circle back round. We can go back to the make harmonies. So here is our stack from before. So I'm going to go and switch out this Blake guy for this mixed voices here. And here we have our custom 40% Josh, 60% Mark. There we go. So let's hear that.
No matter what you say, it won't take me away. You know that you got me. You know that you got me.
There we go. We now have our very own custom vocal stack. So now let's look at dragging all this into Ableton Live and hear what it sounds like in an actual track. Great. So let's have a listen to that in the context of this track.
No matter what you say, it won't take me away. You know that you got me. You know that you got me.
Very cool indeed. Let's talk about the most important thing, the price. What's really cool about Audimee is you have a free option, but you're limited by time and you don't get to save conversions or isolations to come back to at a later date. But then for the starter pack, it works out at $12 a month. You just have to work out how much you're going to use this, how much you sing yourself. There are options to pay monthly and there are options to pay yearly, which you will save. And you have the recommended Pro version here, which you get up to 3 hours conversion, 3 custom voice models, all royalty-free voices plus new Harmony Maker. So this thing that I've been looking at today is not available in the free option, which is something to note. Also, another thing that's worth noting is it's actually a really nice feature. When you do the preview here, you're not eating into the amount of time you have. It's only when you convert it that it eats into the time, which is nice. You can really test it and try it before you convert it. So it's not like you're wasting anything. So yeah, that's Audimee. If you've ever recorded with a vocalist and then had an idea for a harmony at a later date, boom, you can just upload the lead vocal here, create your own custom, real sounding vocal stack. I think that's the main point I want to emphasize here. It doesn't sound like you think AI would sound. It sounds like real voices. If it doesn't, you can then blend, fix the tuning so you can put it out of tune to make it sound more realistic, even create your own custom mixed voices. You have real control over the sound here. It's not a magic button, AI do it for me, and that's all you get. You have real customization. And the fact it gives you unprocessed and processed separated stems to download makes it a real usable feature for any pro or beginner producer alike. So if you want to grab a copy of Audimee, I have a link in the description below, and enjoy. Anyway, I've been Craig. See you in the next one. Bye for now.